So, welcome to this second pre-listening party um, or release party. Um, I'm very happy about this. Last time was such a good time, and I was there are already some lovely comments here. So I think we're gonna have a good evening together. Tonight I'm going to present a new song. It's a new song and it's an old song. It's actually a song that I wrote already in 1997, 23 years ago. And for those of you who have been following me for a long time, you will recognize this song. And for some of you, it will be new. It goes something like this. I was looking at the stars on a clear, clear night. And I'm going to play that, and after that, I also have a surprise for you. And for that surprise, I encourage you to get comfortable, maybe put on some comfortable clothes so that you can move, because we're gonna dance, and I'd like to invite you to dance as well. It's some music. It works best if you dance, and this surprise is one of those things. So yeah. Get comfortable. Make sure you have a good volume. Might be good to turn up the volume. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the first song. So the song is called Stars. And I wrote it back in 23 years ago, as I mentioned, 1997. It was not so long after I was on a long journey around the world. And there was this evening when it was a particularly clear night, and the stars were aligned, so to say. And I went from one building to another. This was in Stockholm, north of Stockholm. And so I was looking up at the stars, and all of a sudden it struck me that the stars, there were so much more stars than I'd ever seen before. It was like, I mean, I've seen the stars before, and sometimes it's a clear night, but this was like, wow, that many stars. And it was as if the stars were communicating as well. Like something was being communicated between the different stars. The closest thing I can compare it to is if you're out in the forest and you see ants walking around, and you look at it sort of with a little bit faded eyes, it's like this moving lines. Because the ants, they tend to go in certain ways, and they meet each other and they meet and greet, and then they go on. So it was kind of like the similar kind of thing between the stars, and all the stars were like talking to each other. So that was a very special experience, and it's inspired me to write this song. The song is called Stars, and I'm going to play that to you now.
Looking at the stars on a clear, clear night. Thousands of stars, but they weren't so very bright. Yet the longer I looked, something enhanced my sight. Stars were appearing, my eyes were flying. flooded with light. Started to scare me, but I wanted to go on. So I stayed and I stared. It was bright as the sun. At first I was blinded. At first I didn't hear. But then the voice, it talked to me. Suddenly it was clear. It said, love, it is written in the stars. Love, it's the message from high above. 'Cause when you love, all that is in your sight. When you love, you can feel God in her might. Oh, love. I've seen it, I don't want it to disappear. I'm learning to be with it and always keep it near. And sometimes when I'm not all alone in the city or late at night, I look into your eyes and I can see stars that are shining so bright. Oh, love, it is written in just those very stars. Love, yes it is the message from high above. Love everybody both, day and night. But first of all, love yourself, and you will be loved by all in your sight. Oh, love, it is written in the stars. Love, it's the message from high above. 'Cause when you love all that is in your sight, I said when you love, you can feel God in His might, or her might, or its might. Love with all your might. Come, love. You can feel it. You can see it. You can be it. Just be it. Be it, love.
All right. That was stars. Ah, thank you. I see some lovely comments here, and see there are some people watching now. I'm happy about that. Yeah, it's a nice little crowd watching. I'm also happy that it's a nice little crowd. If there would be 10 million people already, I would be very nervous. But it's a small crowd, and that's good right now. So yes, thank you. So this is something that this is a song that has been with me for very many years, and actually a lot of my music has been with me for many years, and only now do I feel that I'm really ready to present it to the world, and I'm very happy to do that. So this is the second release party, and from today this song is on Spotify. I also have a page on Bandcamp. There will be links in the description below after this video. You can check it out. It's a nice place to put up music. And very soon I will also make a new website. It's called Playosophy. Playosophy is a concept that I've been working on and developing. And it's also the name of the website. And some of you have followed the blog that I did over the summer. And Playosophy is basically something to explain my three key words, which are inspiration, harmony, and play. And that's together is something called Playosophy. Because I think that play is such an important part of being human. And it's funny also with the word love in Swedish. Love it's basically two words, kärlek. And the first part means something dear, and the second part means to play. So it's like something which is dear to you and to play. And yeah, I like that. So it's a lot about embracing play. And what is play after all? I mean, do I mean that we should all be like children? And in a way I do, and in a way it's also something else. I think it's about being fully present in the moment, about following your intuition, your inspiration, your spontaneity. That's a difficult word to pronounce. Spontaneity. I'll work it out. In the moment, and to really just like what's happening now, to be present, to also be present to what's within and what's without. And I think especially in times like these, it's important, it's very important to maintain awareness of the reality within, so that we don't get distracted by all that's out there. What's out there is out there, but we must also remember what's in here. And being human is a combination of being aware of what's in here and being aware of what's out there. So, and one way of doing that for me is playing music, singing, and that's something that I really like, writing music. And another way of doing it is dancing. And dancing has been with me pretty much since I went to India in 1996. I went to Goa in India, and that's where I really discovered the dance and the power of the dance, like what happens when you just let go and let the dance come through and move your body. And so for this, I told you in the beginning I had a surprise for you. So we're getting closer to that. So for this, I would actually like you to, okay, let's see how I can work this out. Maybe I'll stand a little bit like this. This program that I'm using right now, it's really confusing because it's not like a mirror. If I go to the right, then I go to the left. So I have to sort of change it in my head. So yeah, dancing. I'd like to invite you to stand up in a comfortable way, and really just explore what happens when you move a little bit. Like, you don't have to go totally bananas with the dance, but just like, how does it feel to dance and to move? And by dance, I don't mean foxtrot or tango or waltz, but just like moving your body. So I can't dance. Well, do you have a body? Yes. Well, then you can dance. It's about moving. It's about being aware and about conscious movement. So what I have now is something. This is another song, and it's a remix of the first song. I call it Dancing Stars. The idea here is to try to, the first song, Stars, it was my explanation of what happened on that night that I told you about. I was talking about how I saw the stars and everything. And this second song, Dancing Stars, this is my surprise. The idea is to give you the opportunity to have an experience of whatever you experience. But so this is not that much an explanation. It's more an invitation to explore and to experience. And in order to do that, as the title suggests, it's best to dance. So if you're not standing already, please stand up. And just follow with the flow of the music and see where that takes you. So, dancing starts.
looking at the stars on a clear, clear night. There were thousands of stars, but they weren't so very bright. Yet the longer I looked, something enhanced my sight. Stars were appearing, my eyes were flooded with light. Love, 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 love. Eyes were flooded with love, love, love. It started to scare me, but I wanted to go on. So I stayed and I stared. It was bright as the sun. At first I was blinded. At first I didn't hear. But then a voice, it talked to me. Suddenly it was clear. Oh, it said love. It is written in the stars. Love, love, that's the message high above. When you love, all that is in your sight. When you love, you can feel God in her, my doll. Love. I don't want it to disappear. I'm learning to be with it and always keep it near. Sometimes when I'm not all alone in the city or late at night, I look into your eyes and I can see stars that are shining so bright. It is written in just those very stars. Yeah, that's
Hmm. I don't know about you, but I danced. I certainly danced, and I'd love to hear about. I'd love to hear about your experience. So feel free to write. And yeah, more will certainly come. So I'd like to tell you that I am planning to do a full album, and it's well, right now it's one or two songs at a time, but I'm working on my way there, and this is something that you are also invited to participate in and to contribute to. I did a crowdfunding campaign earlier last year, and that didn't really work out the way I hoped. So now I'm doing it in a different way. So basically, if you want to contribute to the album, then you can just do so. And there's going to be information about that on my upcoming website that I mentioned. But basically, you can just you can send your contribution over PayPal or Swish if you're Swedish, um, and then if you do, your name will be on the website, and if you donate a lot, then you might even hear the music before anyone else. So you'll get the information there. If you're familiar with crowdfunding, you'll know what it is, and if you're not, then it's basically that as an independent artist, as I am, I don't have a record company who's doing everything. So as an independent artist, it's all up to me. And so any contributions to make that happen are very, very welcome. And also, if you like the music, then make sure to also share it with your friends. And as I said before, it's on Spotify now and also on Bandcamp and many other places. Yeah, Zoom dance parties. I've been to a few of those. It's great. It's amazing actually. I really love dancing, as I mentioned before, and it feels like, well, when you dance you have to be in the same room, but it's also quite possible to dance in different rooms, as we did now. I think. I mean, I didn't see you. You saw me. So, but I hope that a few of you, well, maybe all of you dance. So. Yeah, if there are any comments or any things you would like to write before we end, then make sure to do so now. And otherwise, you're welcome to comment on the video on YouTube as well. I'll answer. So yeah, it's getting close to past. So I'd like to thank you all for joining. It was a pleasure. And yeah, see you next time. And make sure to check out music and the website and everything. And dance. It's the best medicine. Right. All right. Take care.